What's up? What's up? Tuesday, Iceman and Rod, the OK Show. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I like the energy, man. What's up? Am I
Nothing
coming in
much.
good? Can you hear me? Am I good?
Hang on.
Let me check my audio. Hold on. Mike. Nope, that's not the one. Is that better? There. Is that better?
Well, I can hear you, but my this one's not working. I
Okay.
don't know why.
But so far, my audio's good, right?
Damn it! Are you
So
kidding me?
yeah, what up, guys? It's a Tuesday episode. We usually do Mondays, but sometimes you realize on a Monday that you have to do something that you should have done on a Sunday, but you didn't do it because you were busy on a Saturday and you're thinking maybe I'll do it on a Sunday. And then Sunday comes and you realize that Sunday you're also kind of busy. So Monday comes and you're even busier. So then you end up doing your show on a Tuesday. So here we are. And welcome one and all. If you guys are out there, let us know, make your presence felt. Um, yeah, I'm just kind of screwing around with the microphone settings here because anyways, is it good? Is it okay? Am I coming in clear?
Yeah, it's my headphones. I can't hear you from my headphones. I can hear you from the speaker, but for some reason my headphones it's not connecting. Hang on.
That's what's
Let me
funny
just
about us too, man. Because I mean, we're like DJs for like a couple of decades at least of our lives, and our main tool, the very thing that we bring home with us, and the one thing that is not usually stuck at the station that we can personalize our headphones. We can bring any headphone we want. We can buy whatever headphone we want, and that's something that we should have invested in during our radio days. But like you mentioned when we brought this up, that the
that's
radio
why.
station
Hang on.
provides. Okay, you got it fixed. That the radio station does provide um, professional headphones, but there's like what? How many DJs that takes turns using that? I mean, if one DJ has earwax, everyone else will have earwax. If one DJ has COVID, everyone else will have COVID. And
Okay. Right.
yeah, so
We're good.
everyone has their specifics when it comes to audio quality. Like I know people will like it bassy, so they like it bass heavy. Some people like the clarity, not necessarily the bass. Some people like the the vocals only. Like personally, my favorite headphones of all the headphones that I've used, it's the Sony is it MDR, the one that we had with the phone cords. It's like a
Right.
telephone cord. Was it MDR, MXR, something, something? Oh, hold on, let me check. Yeah, it's a Sony MDR 7506. That's the one. That's my all-time favorite, and it did not last very long at the station, but that's my favorite. And I've had Beats. I've had I think I've had Philips. I've had forget what other headphones I've had. But the Beats is great for music, but for broadcasting, for voice monitoring, for audio monitoring, um, it's the Sony MDR 7506. I should eventually invest in these. But anyways, yeah, you remember when you had headphones? Did you also buy headphones for me? Like, did I order headphones from you? When you
I don't think
when you
so.
came home?
I don't think so.
Because
Nope.
I remember there was a time that you came back and you had like new headphones, and then our chief tech like chopped it off. Were those headphones or a mic? Was that a mic? I think that was a mic, right?
That was a mic. That was a mic.
Yeah, that was a mic. That was a mic. All right. So Luis says headsets from Piso Net are the best. Bog the il many. Piso. Oh, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. The ones like outside the Sari Sari store, where there's like a an internet setup and you can put piso per minute or something. You can go online, and usually it's the funky smelling kids that are lining up for that. Um, that's oh my god, or any internet cafe that allows gaming with high school kids. I'm not touching those headphones. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, so it's funny that we never really, none of us, except for our manager. Jack Ripper, I know he had like really fancy headphones because he also does the DJing. But Billy Kane didn't have fancy headphones. Mao never bought his own headphones. Joe, who was our program director, didn't. I guess he didn't need to. You brought yours. I think there was a time when you were bringing your own headphones, right?
Yeah, that was a time when I wasn't employed anymore, right? So I wasn't with the
Yeah.
station
So
anymore. So
there
I'd
you
bring my
go.
own stuff. But
Were we too broke? Were we too
supposedly,
broke to buy headphones?
I
Was
think we're
that
too
it?
broke. I would have to say that. Yeah, I mean, at
Yeah, I
least
guess.
me, when I was still working for
Yeah,
the station, I was broke. I don't think they pay us
yeah.
enough to buy our own headphones,
The
right?
Sony MDR is 10,000 pesos, dude.
It is
So
very
yeah,
expensive. Like
that's
I don't
10,000
even have
pesos.
it now. I live in Japan now. I
No,
think
I
I
don't
can
have that.
afford it if I really want it, but I don't even buy it. So it goes
Yeah,
without saying that yeah, it shouldn't be our responsibility. It should be the radio station's responsibility to provide quality headphones for their DJs. But I don't, I mean,
which they
they
did,
did,
but it's just
which
that
they
I'm
did,
saying like
but
you kind of
it
you kind
doesn't
of want to
last long.
personalize your own. No,
No,
then
no, it doesn't
they
last
like
long. I mean,
yeah,
8 people using it. No, I mean it won't last long.
yeah.
So I should say that they should have given each DJ a headphone,
I agree.
at least,
I agree.
right?
I agree.
Each DJ
Even if
should
it's
have
not the
his own
fanciest,
headphone.
but each DJ should
Right,
have their own. That's right. That's right.
right, right.
Exactly. Good point. Good point. I mean, if I owned a radio station, definitely, man. I mean, that's like your first gift to them. I mean, if you're not gonna pay them for how many months, like most radio stations back in the day, if you're not gonna pay them for how many months because of the probationary period, at least give them like cheap ass headphones or something, just to make them feel like they belong. But it was attorney T, Justice T now, but attorney T who actually brought me my first headphones there. It was very nice. I put the Killer Bee logo on the side, so you can see it on my profile pic. I think on my Facebook DJ page. So, anyways, what's up, Joe Boy? Just catching up, talking about stuff that we should have but we never invested in. I mean, like Jong has like 100,000 peso plus guitars because he's in a band and he makes money out of it. We didn't even have crappy headphones back when we were DJs because I guess we didn't really make money out of it.
Right, right.
And it's you know what? It's not the headphones. It's the DJ, right? Right? We don't want to be posters.
True,
Yes, baby.
true.
Yes, love you. Yeah, we don't want to be posters. You don't want to be wearing Air Jordans and play like me. So that would be embarrassing. Good night, baby. I love you. Good night. Yeah, I just took a shower. So Joe Boy, what's up? What are we gonna talk about? Did we talk about the good problem to have? Did we tackle that already?
I think we did. We
Okay.
talked about it.
What about
Talked
what's
about
your
it.
role sa barkada? Or what's your role in your group? What are you the the financier? Are you the joker? Are you um that can be one. And has your role changed through the years? Or were you the rich kid? Were you the banka ba? Banka sa storya? Is that the term? Is that proper?
Yeah, yeah.
Banka sa That would probably be you, Ice, right?
No, I basically no. Um no, not really. If I'm with my friends, I don't really. Well, we talk. We kind of like I don't really, I mean, dominate the conversation. It's I only do that when there are girls present,
Okay,
right?
got it, got it.
But if it's like all boys, like no, it's you know what I'm saying? And they let me when there are girls present because it's kind of like they just pick up on what I
Because you're the
say, you know. They,
celebrity.
they
Because you're the celebrity. You're like the you were like the let's say you're the
No, I don't
conversation
think so.
piece.
I think it's more of like because I know how to BS. You know what I'm saying? My BS is is how do you
That's
call
not
it? Like
true.
believable, believable.
Hey,
When I
Edsel, what's up,
BS,
man? Shout
it's
out to
it's
Edsel.
it's it's believable.
I don't
Edsel
believe Edsel. Are you
Reyes,
still in Canada, bro? Anyways, Dexter's cousin. Uh,
right?
yeah. So Ice. So I don't think you BS, man. Honestly, I think you're too honest. I don't think you. I BS. I BS. I'm sure you've seen me BS. Billy Kane does a lot of BS. I mean, Mao is also honest. Joe is very honest. Joe keeps it real. You keep it real. You just know how to like sugarcoat it and know how to, communicate in a
All right.
certain
Okay, I
way.
know how to animate,
But you don't BS.
and
But you don't BS.
all right, all right. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm a
I don't think.
storyteller. I
I
would
don't think you
say,
BS.
yeah. I kind
So
of
when
like
people,
not really
when-
sugarcoat it, but kind of like presented in a different light.
You
So,
you make it
right,
interesting, right?
in
Bye,
a
baby.
way,
Love
I
you.
guess.
You make
All
it
right, Edsel is
animated.
still in Canada. Where in Canada, Edsel? Which part?
Sa city mismo.
Sa city mismo. Sa city
I
mismo.
think
All right, okay,
Toronto.
I
He's
got
a
it.
Raptors fan. I think Toronto. He's a Raptors fan. Your brother's
I
in
mean,
Toronto,
even
right,
if you live,
Ice?
yeah, I mean, even if you're in Vancouver, I mean, if you're from Canada, you should root for Toronto.
No, you're a
Because I
Grizzlies
mean,
fan.
how
No,
many,
but they don't have
how
no, they
many,
don't have
how
Vancouver
many,
anymore.
how many NBA teams do you have in Canada? There's only one, right? Toronto.
There's two.
All right, there's like what? Really? Is there a
Yeah.
Vancouver team? I don't think so. There's only Toronto Raptors from Canada.
Well,
I think they're the only team who's not from
well,
the U.S.
they had the Vancouver Grizzlies before. Now it's Memphis. So I guess yeah, that doesn't count. But they had before. It was a Vancouver. The
Really?
Grizzlies were Vancouver before. Yeah, the Grizzlies were Vancouver before. When
Vancouver Grizzlies? Who are the
they were an
players?
expansion team when they came in. Miles Swift, I think. I can't really
All
remember,
right, no
but
wonder
you can Google.
I didn't hear of them. Like I
So
haven't heard of them
yeah,
because they suck.
Big Country Reeves, Big Country
All right,
Reeves,
okay. Raptors all the way,
Raptors.
baby. All right, okay. All right,
They have the
Edsel, do you
Rookie
know
of the
my
Year.
well? It's kind of silly, right? Like, oh, hey, he okay. I'm from
My
Toronto. Like, Toronto is like what Maa or Matina. Like, I'm like, oh, do you know my brother? He lives in Toronto too.
hey, Filipinos, they roll together. So who
But
knows?
still, dude. I
Do
mean,
you know his
for
brother,
example, if I say
Edsel?
I live in Gifu, if I live in Gifu,
We're
then
in
people be like,
Toronto.
oh, I know somebody who lives in Gifu, like a Filipino. Like,
Where in Toronto
I
does he
don't know.
live?
Yeah, I mean, okay, hang on, because
Is
all
it
right,
true that there are a
yeah,
lot of Chinese in Toronto? Because I heard that there are a lot of Chinese or Asians in Toronto.
there's a lot of Asians there,
Okay.
Asians,
Is that
Indians
where
as
Kim's
well.
Convenience is set?
I don't know.
No, where is
Heart of
Kim's Convenience
downtown.
set?
Hang on, heart of downtown. Do you play basketball? Are you involved in the Filipino community basketball there?
Heart of
Because
downtown.
you might have met my brother. I don't know in one of the games.
It looks just like him. Not as
Right,
talkative, but looks just like him.
Edsel. Right, because
They
I
have the
think my
same
brother
hair.
lives in. All right, so I know like Ottawa is like the place, right? And Scarborough is what? Like, is it the province or is it the this? No, it's not the city. Toronto is a city. Scarborough is what? Okay, it doesn't play basketball. All right,
It's
okay,
a
cool.
fair. Scarborough is a fair. Didn't you hear the didn't you hear the Simon and Garfunkel song?
Scarborough Fair.
Have
I
you
know
been
that.
to Scarborough Fair?
Yeah, yeah,
So
Scarborough.
probably a suburb. Probably a suburb. Um okay, Canada, I know Toronto and Vancouver, those are the two popular spots. I guess those are I don't want to use the term civilized, but a lot of Canada is like not uninhabited, but um like Saskatchewan is kind of far off. There's a lot of part of Canada. I mean, for crying out loud, their cops there are called Mounties, right? They ride horses. I mean, so that means there are a lot of parts of Canada that I guess cars can't be driven
All
on.
right, okay. Okay, it's the district. Scarborough is a district. Ontario, Canada. All right, okay. I don't know my brother's exact address, but yeah, he's in Toronto, but I think he's from the suburbs, not in the city mismo, right?
So is
But
Toronto like not? Is it British? Is it not French? I know it's not French. I'm Montreal, Quebec. That's
it's
the
not.
French
It's
part.
the English speaking part. Like if you go
Okay,
to
got it.
Quebec, then that's the and Montreal, then that's like the French speaking.
Montreal. They actually have
I guess.
accents, right? Like George St.
Yeah,
Pierre.
yeah, because I have a Canadian friend, and she would always like tell me that I have a better accent than hers because hers is sort of like Frenchy in a way. She would say that.
Mm-hmm.
She would tell me like you have a better North American accent than I do, even though I'm from Canada. Because she said she's from the French speaking region. So,
Mm-hmm.
well, I don't know, but yeah, I kind of like noticed it, like with her,
I
because
think
in the
most of us
beginning
have a
I didn't really.
default American accent, right? Filipinos have like our default accent in English is like American because it's hard to do British.
I
I
think
wonder
so.
why that is. I wonder why that is because there's
No,
also
because we
like
got so used. No, I think it's because we got so used
because of
to the American
the
stuff,
shows,
right? All the shows,
the songs.
yeah, all the influence, the songs and stuff like that. So I think it's easier for us to retain how North Americans speak. So that I mean, that's it. But if we are more like, for example, if we live somewhere where the influence is more British, like for example the Indians, it's closer to, like British accent.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
because
because they were
the influence
colonized,
is
right?
more
They're
from,
yeah,
yeah, it's more from the
yeah.
UK,
That's
so
true. That's true. I
that
think also
explains it.
some Africans, they also have kind of like this.
Africans
I
too,
like the
right?
way they speak. Like, I'm from Africa. It sounds very proper. Like, I had African classmates before when I was in high school, and they were like the smart kids, and they would hang out with like the Asian kids. For some reason, they didn't hang out with American black kids because I guess they're not, ghetto or hip hop or whatever, because they're like African kids, and they would wear long sleeve shirts, and they were very smart. And you talk to them, you have an intellectual conversation. So they're like, "Oh, we come to America. My father is a kind of like Akim of Zamunda. You know how he speaks in Coming to America."
Hakim,
So I'm Akim of Zamunda.
I am I am the king of Amunda. I demand respect.
I am King Jaffa Jaffa. Actually, it was Arsenio Hall who claimed that title. But anyways, so like the African accent, right? Was it British? Uh, You
I
think?
don't know. I
You
mean,
know a little bit. I
could
would say it's
be.
probably British, right? I think the Brits were
Yeah,
the ones
it's
that kind
closer to
of,
British.
yeah, they're the ones that stayed in Africa. I do know one thing about Canada. It's they when they say about, it's a boat, which I don't really know, but they always get teased about that. It's a boat.
Yeah,
It's about time. It's
it's a
about. It sounded
boot,
like kind of
a
a
boot,
boat.
a boot.
It's about a
What a
boat.
boot,
So,
a boot.
what about
What a
what
boot.
about our show? What are we gonna talk? Oh,
What about
Edsel,
our
what
show?
time is it there, and what's the temperature? I'm assuming, what is it now?
Well,
It's
it's
supposed to be
summer. It's
summer.
summer, so it's hot, I would say.
Yeah,
And
it's
I think they're
it's
already on
July.
vacation. See, that's the thing. Um, Canada and the US, they have like really long vacations. Because today, I had a student this morning, and I think she's Japanese, but I think she left like 2 years ago, or
Mm-hmm.
almost 3 years ago, to live in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Her father works there, so I think they'll be there for another year or two.
Okay.
And right, it's she's back here in Japan, and she's going to stay for a month, and that means she's going to be in school for the next. I think. Well, yeah, I would assume that she was already here last week, so she's attending Japanese public school. And right, I mean, we're gonna have our summer break next week, but I think the Americans have it like earlier. I think the Canadians too. I think they already had it like what, June, end of June, but here it's like middle of July, and it's only about like a month and a half. With us, our summer break is about what, 2 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
about 2 months plus,
My
I would
son's was
say.
like a
Because
month. I mean, he's in school now. He's
really,
back in school. Yeah, he's back in school already.
right? It's because of the pandemic, right? I mean, it's not like they
Well,
were going to school every day.
no, no, no.
Like
But I
back
mean,
then, we would
yeah,
have,
yeah, yeah, yeah. But just
right?
like
Because
a lot of the schools now
in
are
March,
out. They're on a summer break. But my son just, he just started. He's schoolmates with Luli actually. So it's kind of
right?
weird.
Because our summer break there is still in March, right? April, May. That's like our summer break.
I think they're changing it. They made it like now, and then school will resume August. So kind of like in the states, because in the states school is back September 4th, I think, to
September,
be exact.
yes.
Yeah, September we go back, and then we get out of school June. So here, I think we're trying to copy that. I do not know why, but I guess that's just how it is.
Right. So we end here around middle of July. My last day will be on the 20th, and we'll be back August 30th. So it's yeah, it's about a month and a half. Whereas back then, when we were kids, it would be, full 2 months. We would end third week in March, and we would be back what, first week of June, sometimes
Hmm.
second week if there's a delay. And that's like a full 2 months, man. That's a lot of things going on.
That's true. I agree. It's in the U.S. I don't know if, because I mean the thing in the U.S. is they kind of move things sometimes. Like for example, there's a daylight savings time, because like if it gets to that time of the year when it's already 10 p.m. and it's still bright outside, so they kind of want to make it. They change the time. They add an hour or something, so that people can be still productive with the daylight. You know, they don't want people to be home and getting off work already and it's still bright outside. So they have that daylight savings time. I don't know about the months because the thing is, you know, the winters have been extended. Like I know of winters that it'll be March and or April and there'll still be snow in certain parts of North America or maybe even Europe. Whereas back then it was just like October, November, December, and then by January, Feb,
Right. Right.
it's already spring.
Okay,
So
who
I don't know
has
in Japan.
daylight savings times? Joe Boy,
That's
do you have daylight saving time? How about
in the
Canada, Edsel?
UK.
I know Australia, they do have daylight saving time. In America too. Does it depend on which state?
I don't know if it's because I mean if you're East Coast, it's yours is different, but it's the same thing, I guess. I mean you get the time, but your time is obviously different, but it's the same thing, I guess. It's just that it's not like at the same time exactly. There's specific time, there's central, there's eastern, but they all go through daylight savings time. Because I remember when I went on vacation 2016, dude, it was already 9 p.m. and it was still so bright outside. Like literally, it was like 4
Okay,
p.m.
hang
You
on.
know,
How does daylight saving time works? Do
they
you add an hour? So if it's summer, like it's earlier or is it later? How does
hold on,
it
hold on.
work?
Maybe they take an hour. Yeah, I think they take an hour. So they move it back. So if it's like it's already 9 p.m., they'll make it like it's still 8 p.m. So that, or so if it's like 5 p.m. If it's already 6 p.m., they'll make it 5 p.m. So it's still 5 p.m. So that you still have an extra hour with the brightness outside. I guess because Patrick says 9 p.m. with sunlight is still jarring. So you guys obviously have that in
Hang on.
Australia,
So
and
they
it's
add okay, like okay, so if it's
they
like
add.
normal time, they add an hour. So that means
So
the
so it
normal
becomes
six
later.
o'clock would be 7 o'clock
Should it be
in the
later? Should it
summer.
be
Is that what it
should it be
is?
backwards? I don't know if it's a summer, but if it's like if it takes effect, shouldn't it be taking back an hour because they wanna? Yeah, they'll add an extra hour
Okay,
by
daylight
taking
savings
an
time
hour.
happens what? After summer or during summer? Like I'm confused now.
Well, let's ask Patrick. We add
All
one
right,
hour
November
around
to
November to
April.
April.
This is
Okay,
right,
okay,
but this is like summertime in Australia from November to April. So during summertime, you add an hour.
that's weird. So I would think you would take an hour, right?
I know
You
because like it's like
because you want to
long
extend the bright.
daylight,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
During summer. So
Because
that
then it
means if
becomes
it's
even
like
later. It becomes even
I
later. Like
know,
if it's bright at 10, it's already 11 because you're adding an hour. So it's 11 and
I
it's still
know,
bright out. Shouldn't they be taking it? Shouldn't they make it 9 instead?
I
Like
know. It doesn't make
that's
sense.
that's how I understand it. But I don't remember because I was way back when I experienced that, and I
Why
just
would
know
you
that
add an hour?
I know. What
What's
would
the
you add?
point of adding an hour?
Maybe they add an hour before the daylight savings time comes, so that they can take that back when the daylight
No, it
savings
says
time
they
takes
add
it.
an hour during summer. We add 1 hour around November to April, which is summer in Australia.
So
That's
is
when
November
summer starts in Australia, November to April. So you
really?
add an
That's
hour
weird.
around November to April. So that means in summer they add an hour. I don't know how. I mean, it doesn't make sense,
So
right?
Australia has 25-hour days.
Right.
I'm just
Exactly.
kidding.
What do you mean exactly? Tama ka ron. What's
Yeah, they have 25-hour
what?
days.
Dude, you hacked it. They have 25-hour days. Holy shit. Take
Take
it
it
back
back
pag
pag winter
winter
na.
na.
That's what I meant. So they add it during summer so that they can take it back. So things normalize. You can't just like take away an hour and then not,
Hang on,
you
hang on,
know.
hang on, hang on. All
You know
right,
what I'm
so
saying?
summer. Yeah, I know. Because well, you don't really take it back. You just like move back to the normal time. That's what you do,
Mhm.
right? Because you add an hour during summer for an extra daylight. But why would you need extra daylight when the sun rises early and the sun sets late? I don't get it.
I know, same here.
I think it depends on the location. Each country experiences different amount of sunlight depending on the time of the year. I understand it. Like okay, in Japan, the sun rises like around 5. It's already bright at 5 o'clock, right? Even 4, it's like already 4 would be like 5 o'clock. Like it's the sun is already starting to come out. Then by 5 o'clock, it's like it's 6 a.m. in the Philippines. Like it's like it's kind of bright. It's already bright, right? Then the sun sets around what, like 7:30. 8 is still
Mm-hmm.
like 6 p.m. here. So it doesn't make sense. Like the sun rises earlier and the sun sets later. Why would you add one more hour? You know what
No,
I'm
no, they
saying?
no, no, they add an hour so that they can take it back when they need to take it back with the daylight savings. You know what I'm saying? It's
All
like
right.
in
So here's the
preparation
thing:
for.
if they put another hour on our time here, if we have daylight savings in the summer, so let's say 5 o'clock would be 6 already, right? It would be already 6, right? And it's
Yeah,
already
no, no, no.
bright.
They're adding it at the time when it's not daylight. It's not taking into effect yet. Like for example, like now it's just normal, right? So 10 o'clock will be 11 o'clock already. So that when the time comes when the days are longer, then they will take back that hour off. So it still balances things out. So that's when it'll take effect. They're not gonna take it back when it's brighter outside, like when you have longer days. You know what I'm saying? They take it back
So
when it's
that
just like
so which is the normal time?
the normal time is everything in
Summer?
between.
All right.
No, no,
It's
no. I don't
confusing.
think. No, the thing in summer, the time is the same. It's just that the daylight is longer. The time is the same. That's why you adjust. That's why they take away an hour and add an hour so that to balance things off. So it's like before we take it off when the days become longer, like the daylight becomes longer. We'll add first in preparation for that the months before.
Hang on. All right, okay. Here's the thing. In the summer, daylight saving time means adding one more hour. It makes it like what, 25 hours a day? Is that what it is? Are you saying that it's like 25 hours a day because you're adding one
No,
more hour?
no, it's not because you're uh, no, because you take back an hour before that. They already made preparations for that at a different time, so it offsets it. You know what I'm saying? It
Dumb
offsets
and
it.
Dumber's talking. Dumb and Dumber's like
No,
having a
no, no, no.
conversation
You know
on
what's
this
going on?
podcast.
You know what's going on? You know what's going on? You know why we're running in circles? You have two guys here who are not experiencing daylight savings time
I
whatsoever, and
know.
we're
I
talking
know.
as if it
We don't
matters to us.
understand it. We do not understand it. Like Patrick, you have
That's
daylight savings time. Joe Boy as well, and probably Edsel as well. And
That's like
we don't
worrying.
understand that.
That's like worrying
At
about
some
who's
point,
going to
we
be the
did have.
president of Zimbabwe when we don't live in Zimbabwe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
True, true.
it's more like they
It's more
shift the
like
time.
they shift the time instead of adding 1 hour. I know they shift the time, right? So, on a normal, okay, let's say for example, like the normal time is like 5. Then, but
Hmm.
like summer, it would be 6. The normal 5 would be 6, right? That's how it works, Patrick, right?
That's why
Like
it's
the normal
brighter.
5
Yeah,
5 a.m. would be already 6 a.m.,
yeah.
right? Then
That's
that mean okay, then it makes sense. Like, all right, because it's already bright, then 5 o'clock's already bright outside, so let's just make it
hmm
6. But then when
the
it's already
night. The night.
6,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
The
yeah,
night. The
when it's
night.
already
Like
6
PM. Yeah,
p.m.,
yeah, yeah. It's still bright.
it would be it's still bright because it's like 7, right?
You know what? Here's the thing. I feel bad for the chickens. I feel bad for the roosters in America. They're confused as hell. The roosters must be like, okay, hold on.
Right? It doesn't make sense.
Okay,
All
is it
right, okay.
morning? What time is it? The
If
roosters
you're
must
like
be
saying, all
confused as
right,
heck,
well, it's
man.
already bright at 5, let's make it 6. All right, yeah. But then you make it, okay, the 6 would
Okay,
be like already 7, it's
who
still bright.
decides on these things, anyways?
I
Who
don't know,
decided to be
man.
God? Who decided to
I
be
don't
God and
know.
decided I'm
Right?
gonna like take? Who decides on these things, right?
Okay.
Like
Let's
you have
Google.
to
Let's
have
ask
godlike
Google.
powers to do that.
Who
Oh, by the way,
started
by the way, I saw Thor: Love and Thunder with my son yesterday. We saw it on IMAX in an IMAX theater. The IMAX is open
dude.
again at SM.
All right.
Oh my god,
Okay.
it was so good. It was good. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
will I've seen a trailer. I love the
I
trailer,
mean,
so I might have to start watching Thor 1 up to like the
on
last Thor
you don't have to watch the other ones. It
installment.
doesn't. It's just about the continuation of the love story, but you don't need to do any backtracking. But here's the thing. You know what blew me away? The freaking trailer for Avatar 2, man. The IMAX
Really?
3D trailer. My son and I were like literally it felt like the water was like it felt like we were
Okay, hang on.
on so freaking weird. Anyway, but
Okay, the culprit is George Hudson. In 1895, George Hudson, an
George.
entomologist from New Zealand, came up with the modern concept of daylight saving time. He proposed a 2 hour time shift so he'd have more after work hours of sunshine to go bug hunting in the summer. What?
But buot si George.
Holy crap, George. What the hell were you
That's what I'm
thinking?
saying. If a person's name is George, man. Oh, no offense to Jong Tuan, all right? But you know what I'm
Yeah, no
saying?
offense
It's
to
like
George Tuhan, but then you say something really offensive about his name.
no. It's no. I didn't even say anything. I just said Basta George,
All right.
really brilliant, right? They come up with
All
all
right.
these
Okay.
ideas, like that guy, George
All right. Okay.
Hudson.
What I know, the Philippines experiences constant sunlight throughout the year. That's why it doesn't make sense to have daylight savings there. But we did in the 80s for a short span of time. We did have that because I remember having have that, and it was so weird because it was already dismissal, and I would still have like 2 3 more hours of sunlight, and it's like wow, there's nobody in school anymore, and I'm still playing basketball and it's still bright. So that was kind of weird. I think it was about, I think it's right. It could have been a year. Okay, let's
Yeah.
see. Daylight DST. We call it DST in the Philippines. In the Philippines.
So
This
for
was
people
in
wondering
all right.
why we're talking about this, well, we talk about whatever we end up.
And Corazon Aquino in 1990. All right, we did have that. Not in the 80s. I'm sorry. It was in 1990. All right, it was in 1990. Why
Yeah.
did we have that?
No,
Weird.
we're not gonna have daylight savings here because it's just Filipinos just don't know how to save.
Right. Well, it
That's
doesn't
just
matter to Filipinos. Like
gagastuhin lang nila yung
time just
daylight savings.
you know, dude, time doesn't really, I mean, doesn't matter to most Filipinos. They don't care.
That's
They don't
true.
care
I
about
agree.
time, right?
I
They
agree.
don't look
I
at their
agree.
watches. They just like they just do
They
what
don't
they
show up
want.
on time. Filipinos
They
don't show
don't
up on
show up
time.
on
I have a
time.
meeting. Oh,
They
okay. I'll
don't
make
they
it.
don't go home on time, right? They don't show up um on time. They don't leave on
Yes,
time.
but they leave
Nothing's on
early.
time.
But they leave early. They show up late, but they leave early.
That's what I'm saying. Like not on time. It could be earlier, it could be later. I mean,
That's true.
yeah. I
That's
mean,
true.
so
That's
time
true.
is not really essential um,
Filipinos that take they
to
the
us.
daylight savings time take effect amongst Filipinos at work. We take an hour off.
Mhm.
We take an
Ay,
hour off.
5 na, 5 na. 4 pa. Daylight savings time.
It's like you're off at 5, right? But 4, you're already starting to creep towards the door. You're already slacking off. You're starting to slack off already. That's the last hour of work. You're like, that's the time when
I
you
know.
don't really care too much anymore. But anyways, yeah. Shout out to Joe Boy. Shout out to Patrick. See, that's the thing. It's you notice this is so weird because you notice the three guys listening to the show, they're all based overseas. I'm the only one here amongst all of us who's in the Philippines. Iceman's in Japan, Edsel's in Canada, Joby's in the UK, Patrick's in Australia. What the heck? We have an international show. Man,
International show.
we can be the village people.
Oh,
We can be the village
international
people.
show.
You can be
Village people.
you can be the gay cop. I can be the Indian. Oh, anyway, they're not called Indians anymore. But anyways, yeah, it's weird, right? Everybody is from. We have to have somebody here from the Philippines besides me, man. Come on, nobody listens to us in
Okay,
the
here's the
Philippines.
thing.
Are we
Nobody,
that
because you know
complicated?
why? No, 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 because it's back to normal now. People can go places now. Back then, when there was pandemic, we would have Gabby, we would have George, right, or Jong, but they have stuff to do now. They're probably in coffee shops right now, or they're probably in a bar drinking, right?
Nah, they're watching
That
Provinciano, dude. That's what they're
or
doing.
they're probably no. I don't think so, man. I don't think they'd be watching that.
Yeah.
They'd be somewhere like hanging out with a chick, or I don't know. Like they could be playing
Hironi,
basketball. Hironi,
okay, yeah, is from Davao.
me
Nice.
from Davao. What are you doing now, Hironi? Besides, like listening to us, are you like doing something else? Like, are you
We're
studying
outnumbered.
while listening?
Hironi, we're outnumbered. There's only two
Right?
of
Or are
us
you
here.
right? Are you washing? Are you washing? Are you doing the dishes? You're working, right? Are you a
Yeah,
call center agent? You
he's
work for a
working,
call
dude.
center,
He works for a company called ML.
or do you work for Dacia? Like,
A
are you
company,
a security guard or something?
a company called ML,
ML? What's ML?
Mobile Legends.
Mobile Legends. Virtual
See, it's
assistant.
all,
Oh, he is a virtual assistant. For
but
some
he's
reason,
not
I do
really.
check Provinciano from time to time. Right.
Yeah,
Patrick,
well,
he watches Provinciano.
he's in Australia. That's fine. You all have this. We all miss that crap when we're abroad, right? We all like all of a sudden have a longing for anything related to the Philippines when we're abroad. Ooh, ang sarap talaga ng chippy. Miss ko na Jollibee. Oh, gusto ko main durian. And then when you're here, you're like, I gotta eat at Fridays. I gotta buy Burger King. It's like that. It's just human nature. We always. But then again, if I was Patrick, man, come on, Provinciano, dude, come on. I mean, it's just something. I think some shows just don't know when to quit, and it's not because people are watching it. It's just that it's there, and it creates the illusion that people are watching it. So people end up
No, I mean,
actually watch. You know,
no,
I
I
mean,
think it's they try to milk you for as long as they can. That's what networks do. They don't have the discipline to like, all right, let's just have 8 seasons. I mean, we don't want to drag it for too long, right?
hmm
But I don't know, like that's just the Filipino way. They just like milk you to the last drop.
they did
And
that with
then
Mula
once
sa
you're
Puso,
Laos, you're
right?
Laos. Right?
They
Yeah,
did that
they
with
did
Mula
that
sa
with
Puso, right?
with certain actors. For example, Judy Ann or who's the
Wh-
Barreto lady?
Whoever's
Was it
Claudine,
Marjorie?
Claudine, Claudine.
Claudine. Right. So
Yeah, whoever
Claudine.
is whoever's popular, right?
Yeah. Who
Yeah, but the
else?
good shows,
Yeah.
they don't last. The good shows, like let me think of a good show. Um, Palibasa Lalaki was how many seasons?
10 or 11? I think 10 or 11. I
Yeah,
could be wrong.
They could have lasted 20. I wouldn't care. But yeah, but I know there's some good shows that did not last very long. It just anyways, just something about that Provinciano show. I guess maybe it's on when nothing else is on. That's why people watch
Could
it,
be. Yeah.
right?
Sometimes I forgot to switch to a different channel after watching the local Filipinos. All right.
You know what show? There's one show that can beat Provinciano every night. It's a very short show, but 100%. Even the
What?
biggest
Minute
Provinciano fan
minute to win it?
will. Nope. Araw-araw, let's play Lotto, PCSO Lotto. The dads and moms out there, oh, ibali na kayo, Lotto na, Lotto na, Lotto. Suertres. Oh, numero 3. Everybody.
Do you
I mean,
do you watch
if you
do you
watch
watch it?
Dude, if you watch Provinciano, you watch the PCSO lotto draw. You buy lottery tickets. Trust me, it's the same market. I mean, I've been to people's houses and it's like the dad freaks out all of a sudden at a certain time of the night, and I'm like, "What the heck? So what's going on? What's going on?" Because we're all watching something. Like, "Hey, lotto balin balin." So like they all try, and he knows exactly when to change the channel. Right when you get to the channel, they're introducing the witnesses. Oh, this is our PCSO representative, and they're like, like sketchy looking people. And how would you even know if that's recorded? Everybody's onto it. What if they already pre-picked the numbers? What if? Okay, anyways, I'm just saying. It's like, of course, they try to make it appear as if it's live. It probably is, but every time people change the channel, it's like just at the right time. I'm like, why are you freaking out watching the lotto draw when you can see that in the papers the next day? The result's gonna be the same. It's not gonna change. It's not like you're gonna claim your prizes that night. Ooh, I won 50 million. I gotta go now. It's like freaking 11 p.m. Right?
That's true. That's true.
No, goodbye.
But what if
I mean,
what if somebody saw the results and saw your ticket and you didn't know about it? They might, they might try to take it away
oh
from you.
yeah, it's
They
true.
might want to
So,
make a go on it.
so how is
You
it
know what I'm
gonna help
saying?
you knowing it that night? I mean, you
Well,
can't
at
hire
least
bodyguards yet.
if
You haven't claimed your prizes yet, your money
no,
yet.
at least you can just like hide it and not tell anybody. Or I mean, if you have a ticket just lying around and you
You
didn't
know,
check the results and
it's so obvious though if you win because you're like quiet. All of a sudden, it's quiet. It's not going. "Kalagawa bali ba yun? Bali." He's quiet. All of a sudden, it's like quiet. He's looking
sabu
at it.
ka, and you're like
Nakaihi! Nakaihi! It's 400 million! No, 400 million! Nakaihi!
everybody's reacting and you're just like
You're peeing in your pants. you're thinking
This guy's acting
Range
weird. He won the
Rover,
lottery.
Porsche Cayenne. Like God, you're just thinking. Oh, all right. Anyways, yeah. I mean, can you imagine, right? Winning four. I think it was 400 million. Somebody just won 400 million.
400 million? Because
400
Patrick was
million.
saying someone won just
Yeah,
recently.
400 million.
How much did that person win?
400 million. It's like
400
Powerball.
million?
It pile. Yeah, it just
Holy shit.
accumulates. But you know what? Here's the catch. I don't know anybody who knows anybody who won any of that crap. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody
Mhm.
won it, but I don't know anybody who's ever won anything. The only person I know who's won something was one of our
Right.
technicians at UR97, and he won 27,000 pesos. And he nearly had a heart
27,000.
attack already. He won 27,000 pesos. He bought a Rado watch. He won it while I was there. He gave me 1,500 as a like balato because it was my board time. And he like all of a sudden he ran to me, he ran in the booth. He goes, wait, 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 wait. Because I think he hit like four of the five or six or something. And so he
Right.
won 20. That's a lot of money already. That was like year 2000, was early 2000s. And he bought a Rado watch and I think a ref. So that must have been a lot of money already at the time because he bought a Rado watch and a ref. And he gave me 1.5 just for being there. But 27,000 pesos is different from 400 million pesos. If you win 400 million pesos and there's only one winner, I mean, that person is probably the most quiet person right now. He's he's not trusting anybody. I mean, you know, he's probably he's probably like he probably didn't even trust his siblings or his parents at the moment. He's just like finding a way to get out of here. You win 400 million pesos. The Crocs at PCSO probably won. Yeah, I don't really know, man. I
True.
mean, you know what
True.
I'm saying? It's like, why don't they announce the winner? I mean, I know to protect the identity, but then how would we know then if there is really such a, it's like it's like Bin Laden. We didn't see the body. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's a different case. I'm just saying if somebody won, dude, think about this. If you win an iPhone or a TV set at a an office or company raffle, don't they call you up on stage? You win 400
They
million and
would.
you're
They would.
wearing, right? I mean, what's a person gonna do? How is he gonna rob your 400 million? He probably won't even be able to carry 500,000 pesos. The cops would catch up to him, right? I mean, you're not gonna get that as a full amount. I think you have the choice to
Dude,
get it in
they would deposit it
installments.
on your bank. I don't think I mean,
No,
they would give you a check or something.
you know what's
Or not or
scary
what?
is if when you win, you haven't really won yet until you claim it. Or do you sign it? I think you have the option to sign it, or do you sign it when you claim it already? Because I mean, if you lose the ticket, technically someone else can claim that, right? It's
Right.
not like a check that's in your name.
No.
So, man, so
You
I'm
have to
telling
take it
you,
there. You have to take it there. Then, I mean, you probably have to sign something. They'll take your picture. Of course, they'll take your picture so that they will know
yeah, they'll
who to
all start
hunt
looking at
down,
you. They'll all start staring
right?
at you on it's the longest
Right.
walk
Well,
of your
okay,
life.
take his picture, take a picture, so we know where to find him or her, right? So it's the same people who gave you the money who's going to take it back.
Pasok
If
muna
I
tayo
win
dito, sir.
that amount,
Pasok
you
muna,
leave the
pasok muna
country.
tayo dito, sir. Dito, sir. Pasok muna tayo dito.
All right, okay.
Goodbye ticket.
Alain said that if he wins, he would leave the country because he won't have a peace of mind. Where would you go though? Where would you go? And if you damage the ticket price, is forfeited. Yes, it is
Dude,
forfeited. It
Alain,
will
let
forfeit.
me ask you. You leave the country what? After claiming your winnings or with the ticket? Because I mean, you still have to claim it, right? Then you can
Right,
leave the country. So
right,
I mean, because I would only be scared if I'm still holding on to the ticket. If I have already cashed it, it's in the bank, I'm fine. I mean, I'm just worried about like, my kids being kidnapped and all that stuff. Maybe. Yeah. That's probably why I would leave the country. I understand why Elaine's saying that. But
right,
I think the people at PCSO would be onto it, right? They would know. They know the winners. So you don't have to tell anybody.
right.
Of course I'd take the money, but I'd
Once
always
you
be
sign,
suspicious.
all right, okay, all right, yeah, 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 right.
Yeah.
Suspicious and think that. All right, okay. Okay, it's like what you call this? What's that movie? John Wick, right?
Hmm.
Once you sign whatever the acceptance or whatever you call it, like once you sign something and you got
Yeah.
the money, the contract's out. They start
Hmm.
texting people. Beep beep
Yes,
beep
they're all
beep beep
going
beep.
after you. They're all
They
yeah.
have your name, they have
That's
your
it.
picture,
You'll be
they have
John
your
Wick. You're
address.
yeah. You're a
You
target.
will be John
You're
Wick.
unfortunately you're John Wick without his skills. So your chances of
I
survival is
know.
slim to none. You're like John. You're not John Wick. You're John Weak, right?
Yeah, right. That's true. You're John Week,
Makes you even more paranoid. And
Mister Week.
can you imagine if you're flying out of the country and you're on the plane and you're in the first class, and then the stewardess says, "Would you like coffee or juice?" And you're like so freaking scared because there might be like sleeping pills on the juice, or
Right. Or it might be poison
try
or
to
something,
might be
right?
poisoning you, because but then again, they
But you know
won't be
what?
able to get the money.
These movies. Speaking of John Wick and what was that movie with Liam Neeson? What was that movie?
Taken, taken,
Taken.
taken.
Taken. John Wick. What else? Nobody.
Equalizer. No, not Equalizer.
Equalizer.
No,
It could
Equalizer's
be
not him. It's not about him.
Terminal List. Terminal List. Right. I mean, these
Um,
people they have special skills, right? Have you seen Terminal
yeah.
List on Amazon
No,
Prime?
no, no. I haven't. We don't have Amazon Prime. I don't have Amazon Prime.
Dude,
Oh,
it's
oh,
Chris
oh.
Pratt.
Did you hear about? Oh, go ahead, go ahead. Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt is a Navy SEAL there, and he just started killing people because I mean the people responsible for the ambush of his of his SEAL team, and the people who killed um, his wife and daughter, and he had the skills like all these movies that I mentioned. Like they have these special skills and they have the connection to hunt down people, right? But
Mhm.
I mean, us normal people, it would be like, holy crap, we can't do shit. We don't even know
No,
jujitsu or something, right?
no,
It's
no.
kind of like so. That's why when we watch these films, we're like, merisi, let's see,
Yeah, everything just like
right? Yeah, because
all
these are the things we can't do.
can't do it. There's no way. I mean, we we thought we could when we were kids. All right. Anyways, let's check out this message by Elaine. And yes, it is trending. The 1,000 peso bill and the circular that the central bank
Like what happened? I
supposedly
think I've seen a
you
tweet
can't
about it.
fold it. The issue here is you can't fold
What?
it. Everything else you kind of understand. You can't deface it. You can't write on it. You can't staple it, but you can't fold it. I mean, like here's the thing. So what if I do a job and then I get paid that money and then money's folded? So and I refuse to accept it. And the person who hired me, the only 1,000 bills he has are all folded. So I'm not gonna get paid. Or if it's folded, can they bring it to central bank and have it exchanged for a non-folded one? I mean, it's kind of weird because I think that polymer thing, Bill. I think that's the same type of material that they use for their money in Thailand. Because I know in Bangkok and I think even Malaysia or other Asian countries, they have that. It's sort of like plasticky. You can even like see through it. There's even like a part of it is they fold their money there. I mean, sure as heck, it's not that it's not that, let's say, fragile. I mean, not that I know of. If it's the same, I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about here, but I'm just saying the issue here is that you can't fold it. And you put that in your wallet. I have a trifold wallet. It automatically gets folded, right? So what? You're supposed to just like it's supposed to be like that all the time? I mean, that's man, that's tough. I don't even think the banks can maintain their bills, not folded. So that I don't get. I don't get how folding it damages it because, like I said, in Thailand and other Asian countries that I've been to, well, namely Thailand and Hong Kong, I think the material used or the paper used or whatever it is used for their bills, I think it's the same as the one that we upgraded our 1,000 peso bill with, and people there fold their money, and it's fine.
Do not deface, write on, or mark the new bills. We write things on the money back then. It
People
doesn't
put phone
matter.
numbers. People put phone
Exactly.
numbers on.
Do not tear, cut, or poke holes in it. Do not staple or use rubber bands to keep polymer banknotes together. Use paper bands instead. Do not damage the clear. What?
Nobody tries to damage the money intentionally for the most part. It just through time and it's been passed on and passed on. Of course, there's going to be wear and tear. I mean, it's money. you spend it in the wet market, you spend it on the streets, you pay the jeepney driver with it. I mean, these are not first class establishments that you're exchanging money with, that it's going to be in good hands and well taken care of. We're talking about like out in the streets. I mean, that's how it is. You give it to the grab driver when you order food. I mean, we're all supposed to be walking around now like, oh shoot, this 1,000 peso bill. It's not going to be accepted if I accidentally fold it or sit on it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a work in progress. We're just still trying to figure it out. I'm sure they'll amend certain things and probably revise certain things. But certainly the folding part, that's the one that for me, um, I ain't accepting the 1,000 peso bills from people. I'm gonna be like, it has to be 500. Give me 500. I don't want no 1,000 peso bill because I fold my money, and I have a Thrifold wallet, and I'm not gonna be walking around with that like long ass wallet sticking out my butt. It's scary that you might actually damage the money and instantly lose its value. Exactly. Nobody really like intentionally damages the money unless you're like a 2-year-old kid or something. It's just through
Dude,
wear and tear.
countries around the world using Guardian polymer banknotes. Angola, Angola, Mauritania, Mauritius, Mozambique, Namibia, Nigeria. What the heck, man?
Yeah, I guess they
What
don't
the
fold their
hell?
money there. They don't have wallets.
Crap.
They just hang it.
Dude,
They hang
these are
out.
the countries. Do you want to be among these? I mean, come on, man. Angola, Angola, Mauritania, Mauritius, Mozambique, Namibia, Nigeria. Like, come on, man.
Oh, so you mean it's different from what like Thailand uses and what Malaysia uses and
No,
Hong
because
Kong?
yeah, because this is like the
Those
like
are
the ones using polymer banknote.
anyways. I'm just saying
Okay,
I'm not accepting 1,000
in
peso
South
bills.
America, Brazil uses it. North America, well, Canada's using it. Middle East, Egypt. Latin America, Costa Rica. Europe, it's only Poland who's using it. Is it?
Well, okay, let's ask
Well, I don't know.
Edsel. Edsel, do you fold your money there? Is it still acceptable if the money's folded? If Edsel's still around,
Right.
assuming.
As someone who's living in a country with polymer bills, I don't know why it should be a big deal to fold bills. People should not be hassled by it, fold it however they want, and it should still be acceptable. I do it, and it is accepted both by people and ATM machines.
Well, I have a
In
friend who works
Australia,
for the
right?
central bank. I'll ask him. I have a friend who works for the central bank. I'll
It
ask him
should be.
if
It should be. I mean, that's money. That's your money. I mean, right? What if you
and it's
can't afford those
money.
big ass wallets?
It's
And
money.
it's
It's not a freaking diploma for crying out loud. It's transferred from
exactly
one
it's
hand to the
money,
other. It's like
right?
you know how that works. It's gonna other people are gonna handle it in different ways and in different situations and in different establishments, in different cases, and in different whatever. All right. So it's obviously going to get folded at least full. I mean, if stapling it, that's something else. All right. Okay. I don't staple money personally. So I agree with that. All right. I don't write on my money personally. So I've just had money that someone wrote on. I understand all that stuff. All right. Defacing it, is it cutting it and all that stuff. I understand that. But folding it, I mean, it's paper for why don't they make like freaking
Rolling it,
aluminum? Why don't you make aluminum bills
dude.
or whatever so we can't fold it? It's
The gangsters, the
paper.
mafias, the drug dealers, they'd be protesting this because
What about what about those
they roll
guys
their
who
monies.
they roll their money and they put it here on the side? Who are
I
those? Are
know,
those the
right?
jeepney drivers? oh, oh, they roll it.
Conductors.
They don't fold it though. They roll it. So there you go.
Yeah.
They don't fold it. They roll. So we can roll it. Can
So
we
you
roll
can
it?
roll it. I
Does
don't
it
know.
say? Does it? If
I
it?
don't know.
Hey, there's a glitch. There's a glitch in the system. I think you can
I
roll
know,
it.
right? You can roll it, but you can't fold it. All right, let's roll it. Roll it,
Yeah.
roll it, roll
Then
it, roll it.
they'll arrest you for being choy choy. Oh choy choy no, likit likit oh.
I know, right?
You roll your money. You pay people enrolled money. What the heck? You know what people use that for in the states, right? The rolled money, rolled bills.
No, no, not
They
really.
sniff coke with it.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, they use it to sniff
Oh,
coke.
shit.
Piso or sim. So I don't know, man. I'm just Gcash na lang. Before you know it, di rin pwede i-fold yung Gcash.
Yeah, you can't
Gcash
fold
na
it.
lang. Gcash.
Can you fold it?
I mean,
No, you
I
can't.
think they'll they'll probably do amendments to this
Piso or
statement for
cinco
sure.
sa tenga.
Oh yeah, I remember people would put like a coin.
Yeah, they would. They would.
Usually, the guys who put coins in their ears and roll them in here also have a long pinky nail, right?
They
They
do.
also have a long pinky
They
nail.
do.
Like that's like the stereotype there. They have a long pinky nail, and they usually
Right.
have a mullet. They usually
Right.
have a mullet. And hold on. Yeah. So, anyways, we were talking about daylight savings. Now we're talking about the bills. I mean, yeah, it has gone viral. Most people have reacted to it. I'm only reacting to it because of the folding aspect. Because it's going to be next to impossible to keep you know, a paper. I mean, it's not paper, but it's a bill, right? To prevent it from folding, and you don't want that responsibility in your life. I mean, what
I
if your
think
kid has
Japan
like,
uses the same. I don't know if we use polymer here, but people don't have those wallets, right? Like the ones that we commonly have. They have
yeah,
those like
long
long
ones?
wallets. So
Yeah,
is I mean that's the norm here. You don't have those folding wallets.
yeah.
So it's I don't know if we have the same material with like with the banknotes, but it's not as strict as what this thing is whatever this thing that we're having right now, right in the Philippines. Um, if you accidentally fold it, it's still fine. You can use it. Stores will accept it. Establishments will take it. It's fine. But I don't know. I mean, why is it so strict there?
Okay, if it's
I mean,
folded,
right?
who doesn't accept it? The establishments are instructed to not accept it, or just like
Yeah,
just the
yeah.
bag.
They won't accept it. That's what it says when I googled it.
You won't accept it if it's folded.
Yeah,
Okay, well, we're gonna see a lot of people walking around, holding a trying to keep that bill straight, or maybe people are gonna start selling wallets that are stiff or something, and it's gonna keep your 1,000 peso. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just and it's 1,000 pesos. It's the highest denomination of bill that we have, and it's you don't really want to be waving that around. You want to conceal that stuff, right? I mean,
mhm.
you're gonna be walking on the streets of Tondo, and like you can't fold the freaking thing. I mean, you want to like hide that in your little coin pocket. It's anyways. Let's see what happens. Let's see how long this implementation will last. I mean, I'm sure people are going to be avoiding that money like the plague. No one's going to accept the 1,000 peso, even if it's not folded, because of fear that it might be damaged, quote unquote, while in their hands. Anyways, so yeah, but who brought this up? Was it Elaine? I think it was Elaine. Yeah, we
Could
went
be
from
someone.
lottery. We went from what's it called to anyways. I gotta give a quick review of the movie we saw yesterday in IMAX. Thor: Love and Thunder. I saw it with my son Raj. He loved it. I loved it. It was okay. It was light. It's a light movie. I would have to say Christian Bale is brilliant as usual. But it's if you're expecting like drama or anything serious, no, it's lighthearted superhero fare. So prepare to be entertained. It was very entertaining. And watch it on IMAX if you can afford it because it's very expensive. IMAX is expensive now. It's been expensive. So yeah, are we gonna call it a night?
Or
You
yeah, I
gotta.
think yeah. Well, that up to you. Like okay,
Oh,
what are we
we
gonna
can
talk
do
about
like
on Thursday? What?
we can go longer on Thursday because my kid has school tomorrow, and
Right. Okay. Cool.
yeah, he has like two classes of face to face per week. So choose Monday and Wednesday, and then the rest are online. The Friday is online.
All right. Cool. Cool.
So you gotta be up, and
All
we're
right.
not
Let's
used to
do that
waking
on
up early
Thursday.
anymore. Yeah. So what are we gonna
All
talk
right.
about on Thursday? Hold on. Let's see. Maybe we'll pick up where we left off. I'll try to ask Carol or Amy to join in if they can on
All
Thursday,
right. That would be cool. That would be cool.
time permitting.
All right. Okay. So we'll see you guys on Thursday. We can do a longer show on Thursday. All right. We got stuff to do tomorrow. Anyway. Yeah. Daylight savings time. Well, thank God we don't have it. It's that would really ruin my week. That's the case because I want to sleep in much
What
longer.
about have you done the best advice? What's the best advice you've ever
No,
got?
let's do that on
Let's
Thursday.
do
Best
that
advice you
Thursday.
got.
Best
Right.
advice. Best advice.
All
It
right.
doesn't have to be one. You can share several if you have a few.
Yeah. Right. Best
Because
advice you had from what friends or whoever, right?
yeah. Or if you gave
Does
an
it have?
advice to somebody, what's the best advice that you've given?
Okay.
That's
All
applicable
right.
too.
Okay. Okay.
And then we're gonna end up
Okay.
talking about Pisonet.
Whole, yeah, a totally different thing. All right.
Well, oh,
Okay.
by the way, the Philippine three ball uh squad beat number one ranked Mongolia, so they're gonna be in the finals, I think,
Three
by
ball.
a
What's a three
shot.
ball?
There's like a three ball tournament,
What's
like
that?
street
Basketball.
ball type thing. Yeah, basketball, basketball.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, so
Cool.
they won. And Mongolia apparently, I guess it's an Asian thing, Asian competition.
All right. So so this is like in Asia, right? Because I'm like, if
Yeah,
they beat the
it's
best, the
Mongolia,
number
man.
one, which is
How can
Mongolia, so I'm like,
Mongolia be ranked number
I
one
know.
in
I was
best
like, if you said like
Mongolia?
America, they'd be like, whoa. But then you said Mongolia. I'm like, all right, number one
No,
Mongolia. All
I
right.
mean, even if in Asia only, like Mongolia, really, like
I know, right? I mean,
Mongolia, do they even have
China,
basketball
Japan.
court? I mean, okay, we don't want to
That
sound
would
like
be like
I mean,
that
it's an
would be like
ignorant statement,
Southeast
but I've
Asia.
never been.
Is it Southeast
What?
Asia? Is Mongolia Southeast Asia? I didn't
Okay,
think so.
I know there was one player who I think ended up in the NBA, or no, he competed in the Asian Games or something. Bater Menk, remember that guy? Bater
Yeah,
Menk.
but
He's like he really looks kind of like Mongolian, you know.
right.
He's the only Mongolian basketball player I know, but Bater Mink. I think I don't know if he made it to the NBA, but I know he played against. He was on the Mongolian team that played against the Philippines
Yeah,
in
we had a
the.
Mink player back then.
I know
What was his
Eric
first
Mink.
name?
That's Eric
Eric
Mink,
Mink.
who dated Mickey Ferriols, who has big
Are they
boobs, who ended
related?
up with
But
who ended up
Mink
with
and Eric Mink,
RGL,
are they related?
who dated Mickey Ferriols, who has the same last name as that Ferriols guy in basketball too, right?
Um,
What's that
what
guy?
was his
The,
name?
I know the Ferriols dude, the tall dude. What's that?
Was it Danny Furios?
No,
Janai?
no, 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 no,
No,
no. That's
not
Danny
Danny.
Ferry. That's Danny. No, no. The
Danny Furios.
what's the
No,
Ferriols guy?
Ricky
Not Danny.
Furios. Ricky,
No,
not
no, no, no.
Ricky.
Not Ricky Ferriols.
So Mickey Furios.
Mickey
What was the
Ferriols
guy's
and
name?
oh my god, what's the name of that Ferriols guy? He played for the NBA. Remember Cebu Gems? I think
John
Ferriols.
Furios.
What?
John.
John
John
Ferriols.
Furios.
Jeez, man, like the most basic name.
All right, John Furios. Filipino former professional basketball player. Hubert John B. Furios.
Okay,
All
John
right.
Ferriols. That's the guy. That's the guy. Bisaya to, di ba? I think he's
I
Bisaya.
think so. He played for Alaska too.
Gilas
He ended up
three
playing for Alaska. All
three
right.
by three is fourth place. Okay. Were they the ones that beat Mongolia, Patrick? Or that was a different group?
Well,
By the way,
they're in
yeah.
fourth place, so I doubt it if they're the one who beat the number one because they'd be number one,
No, no, no.
right? They beat
They're
number
the number
one.
one ranked, but they're not the number one. Like they were like the expected team to win the tournament, but not
All right, so
necessarily
they're
that
not
they're
really
number
number
one.
one. They were like ranked number one or
They're like the
expected
best
to be
team in
number
the
one,
tournament. Yeah, but it was. I think that was
or
the semifinals. I think that was the
all
semifinals.
right,
So if it's
or most
semifinals,
favored
then
maybe. All right,
yeah, if it's okay, yes, they beat Mongolia quarterfinals. That was the quarterfinals. All right,
all right.
so
3x3 is
yeah,
fourth place. All right,
yeah.
but they beat Mongolia at the quarterfinals. All right, okay. Congratulations, Gilas. 3x3 or 3x3 or 3 times 3.
What's
However
your
you call
premio?
it.
Gift pack, gift pack. Fourth
Nido
place,
or
gift pack,
was it Birch Tree? Birch Tree
grocery items.
gift cert NCCC. All right.
I
Ito
was just
na
kidding.
ang inyong premyo. Gift certificate, Birch Tree, gift pack. All right, holy crap, gift pack.
Oh
Who
yeah,
needs
yun na
gift
to.
pack? I need money.
Like, Kuya
All right.
Germs, man. You
I
know
wonder
the
how the yeah, I know. How
celebrities
did those
spend
celebrity
more
react?
looking
I
good to
know.
be there than freaking you
Exactly.
give him a can
Here's
of
a gift
milk.
pack from Birch Tree. Fuck Birch Tree. Come on, give me my cash, man.
I can buy my Birch Tree for crying out loud. He gives them random movies from like, oh, ito, against all
I
odds. What
know.
the
I
heck,
know.
man? Chucky
Here's your
Dreyfus
gift
doesn't watch
bag from
against.
Birch Tree. I don't like milk.
He's like he's like your uncle or your lolo who you visit and gives you crappy stuff. Oh,
Right?
Alritz, ito regalo ko sa'yo. Ito,
And
ano,
these
flower
gift packs are
vase.
like wrapped in what? Like what do you call those? Like water cellophanes? Colored ones.
The same material they use for parol.
Holy crap, man. Oh, terrible. Terrible.
And usually they put the best stuff like on the front, like the spaghetti
Right.
and the spaghetti sauce, and there's always like Nestle cream. It's all about the fruit cocktail and spaghetti here in the
I know.
Philippines.
I know. They even brag
It's
about
like
it. Oh, okay. Ito na ang gift pack. See, there's a birch tree milk. There's a Nestle cream. There's like, dude, they're all canned goods. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with this?
it's
I
it's like
don't
an
need this. I
offering.
need
It's
cash.
like it's like an offering at church. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the heck, man? Did you guys just steal this at church? Was this like the offering, and they like just ended up? I mean,
I
Kuya
know. Are
Germs,
these
man, that
products
guy.
about to be expired in 3 months or
Imagine
6 months? Why are you giving
artista
it
ka,
out?
nagpa-hair and makeup ka pa, nagpatid ka pa sa driver mo, bumili ka pa ng bagong damit, and then
I
you get there,
know.
all
And
you
all you
get
get
from
is
Kuya,
birch tree
you sang, you
and a gift
performed,
pack.
and he
I
gives you
know.
freaking birch tree, and
Holy
he even
crap.
wants you to kiss him on the cheek, like oh, no, wala bang kiss dyan. You're like, he actually expects you to acknowledge his generosity. He didn't even buy that stuff. That's like sponsored.
I
Literally,
know.
he could
I
just give
know.
that secretly in the back, right, at the dressing room. He doesn't have to freaking
Yeah.
announce. Give what the heck, man? Can you
Here's the
imagine?
gift pack. It's like he sound like it's a grand prize or
Can
something.
you imagine you're Romnick
Oh,
Sarmiento, you're walking around the park,
ito
you're
na,
Romnick
the
Sarmiento,
gift
walking in the parking
pack
lot with birch
from
tree?
I know,
I mean,
right?
come on,
Holy
man.
crap.
Jeez. Anyways, but I do miss Kuya Germs though. He's
Walang tulugan.
yeah. Ngayon walang gisingan na for him. I mean, how long has he been dead? I mean, hey, it's true though, right? He's wala na.
We're all gonna get there, man. We're all gonna get there. Walang gisingan. Holy shit. I know. I have certain thoughts that's I'm like, holy crap, what it would be like, right? I mean, what in 20, 30 years from now? I mean, we don't really know. I mean, dude, 30 years is just fast, man. I
Dude,
mean,
5 years, I'm
right?
already worried. What are you talking about? I mean, I'm worried about 5 years from now. 30 years? I'd be lucky if I can look forward to 30 years. I mean,
Oh crap.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I'm talking about old age here, all right? I'm not talking about,
And that
like,
silly question about like dying, like, oh, would you want to know, or would you want it to be a mystery? I'm like, dude, I don't care. I don't want to die. I don't care if I know or I don't know. I don't want to die. I don't want to get there. I mean, can we not get there?
that's a stupid question. That's like, you're damned if you
Or
do, you're
you
damned if you
die,
don't. It doesn't
right?
make a difference. At the end of the day, you die, whether you know it or not. I mean, would you want to
It's a
know?
silly question.
What if the person says, "Hey, would you want to know when you're gonna die or you don't?" I kind of don't. Yeah, but if you want to know, if it's like if it happens within the hour, because like hint hint hint, you might be able to dodge it. It's like it's something falling on your head or something. But I don't know. That's stupid. It's like because people are saying, wouldn't you want to know so that you can prepare? I mean, it's like, why do you have to prepare for dying? What are you gonna do? Like what exercise? Like, oh, I gotta work out because I'm gonna die. You don't say what prepare for what?
I
What
want to
you're gonna
look good when
practice
I
how to
die.
you're gonna practice how to lie down? I mean, what the heck? What preparation are they talking about?
That's just a sad question, right? Do you want to know, or do you want it to be a mystery?
Ask the
What?
family,
I don't
right?
know. I mean, I don't know. You want to die? I don't want to die.
Then why don't you ask that person back, right?
I know. Like, oh, how about you? Do you want to die now?
Okay, that's probably the one thing that the Marites people don't want to know. That's the only thing that the chismosas don't want to hear when they're gonna die, right?
I know, right?
Uy, Mare, Mare, alam namin kailan ka mamamatay. Ay, hindi, dito lang ako, Mare, dito lang ako. Ay, pinag-uusapan namin, dali, malaman mo, dali. Hindi, okay lang. Marites ka pala, ha? Sige. Oh, anyways, we got to end the show.
All
We'll
right.
continue on, not continue, but we'll have that other episode on
On Thursday.
Thursday.
All right.
Thursday.
What
Yeah,
was that again?
advice.
Best
Advice.
advice. Best
That's
advice
advice.
you
So,
gave, and best advice you
Elaine,
got. All right.
here's your homework,
All right.
Elaine, Patrick, Joe Boy, who else?
Don't forget the topic.
Yeah,
Roni Patagok.
Heroni. Please join us and prepare your advices. You don't have it doesn't have to be one that you got from somebody. It could be something that you want to give out to somebody or share with our audience.
Right.
And
Okay.
as usual, we won't be prepared for that, so we're asking you to prepare. So, all right.
True. All right. We'll see you on Thursday. Thanks a lot for joining us. The OK Show, Rod Rodriguez and Iceman, and we are out. Good night.